Are you ready? Because it is a special day today. It is
Mm.
Pokemon Day 2026. 30 years since its first inception, Pokemon has been a worldwide phenomenon. And because of that, we, Banter Brothers, and special Banter Brother guest, OshaGod, will be talking about what we saw today in the Pokemon Presents, but mostly talking about the news of Gen 10. I am Super Banter Brother, Senor Donut, and with me, as always, is Super Banter Brother,
Grant Patrizio, nice to be here for this very special episode.
and also with us for the very first, and hopefully not last time, we have friend of the podcast and Twitch streamer extraordinaire, OshaGod. Welcome to the show.
Nice to have you. Nice to have me here. Yeah.
It is
It
nice to
is
have
nice
you
to have
here.
you here. Yes, it is.
So, what are your initial thoughts? We saw a lot of stuff that was talked about during the Pokemon Presents. A lot of minuscule stuff, a lot of exciting things that are coming
Mhm.
up for the game. Um, just the franchise in general, Pokemon Champions, the Pokemon event that's going to be happening in San Francisco. Um, New Pokemon Unite characters being introduced, just a ton of different things. Ashigat, since you're our guest, why don't you go first and give us your initial reactions to things?
Like, do you just want to break down the whole entire direct, or just?
No. Just like what stood out to you?
I think what stood out to me the most was the beginning. Obviously, the beginning, because
Mhm.
they had shown like clips for like all of the games, and it was like, damn, like take me back to when I was 5 years old, getting Fire Leaf Green on Christmas. My Game Boy SP. That was like the happiest moment of my life. My Pokemon like fandom, like just being a fan in general was my favorite moment. And just showing all of that stuff, just like showing all the old stuff, thanking us for like being fans for 30 years. That right there.
You know, just to quickly say, a lot of you fans that have seen our show don't know who OshaGod is. OshaGod is a Twitch streamer who specializes in Pokemon. They are, honestly, I would say they could, go head to head with Grant on Pokemon knowledge.
Yeah.
OshaGod is a specifically a shiny hunter. They hunt shinies on stream and play Pokemon as well. Um, but yeah, that's I'm
And
so
they have a
glad.
very nice number of hours, if y'all are familiar with the funny number. They have a nice number of hours hunting for a pink sea god right now.
Yeah.
How's that been going? Have you found him yet?
No, I was supposed to do it today, but I was like, man, Leaf Green is calling me. I want to do Squirtle
That
hunting, so I did that today. Yeah.
oh, you mentioned Squirtle, so I have to. Brief interjection, OshaGod. This is a gift that my friend and chosen sister off stream got me. It is a custom Blastoise Pokeball. Just showing
Man,
you
I need the
that.
Oshawott one, man. I know they sell those, but I need to find it, man.
How many hours? How many hours do you have on that hunt, Ashagad?
Which one, Lugia?
Yes.
69.
Like I said,
Nice.
a nice number of hours.
So
Over odds.
you started with fire leaf, or sorry, fire
Fire red,
red,
leaf green.
and
Yeah.
yes, those are the ones that you started with. Both
Yeah.
Grant and I started with Pokemon Blue and Red, right?
Yup. Blue version was my first one. Made me love the Pikachu line and the Squirtle line specifically. They were on my final team in blue version, and I will never forget it.
Mm-mm. So, Grant,
Yes.
as I was saying, both you and Asha are way more versed in Pokemon than I am, which is why I actually requested to have Asha got here
Yeah.
because you guys are the Pokemon experts, in my opinion. What were your
Yeah.
initial thoughts?
I had initial thoughts over a lot of the announcements just peppered through it individually. With the Pokemon Unite one, for instance, my first reaction was, how's this going to work? Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno were special stage hazards in the game that got you
Yeah.
bonus points. Would it be possible to have 2 Zapdoses on the map now? Or is it going to factor in which players select which bird to make sure that the player selected bird doesn't appear? That was my first reaction to the Legendary Birds reveal. To the event in San Francisco, I'm like, that sounds cool. I might have to go back up there after all these years. The traffic will be a nightmare. Mew coming to Pokemon Sleep. I'm like, well, need to dust that game off and make sure that my phone doesn't explode under my pillow.
Oh my god.
It's like I said, lots of reactions to lots of different things. Who was expecting the Game Boy shaped music player with 45 individual song cartridges based on Red and Blue? I wasn't. And that was the first thing they dropped. I'm like,
And the
mini
price is not
music
even that bad either.
it,
Oh,
it
they
isn't.
revealed the price?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
$70 for all of it. It's not like I thought it was gonna be like $200. Like that's what I thought it was gonna be. It's $70 on Pokemon Center.
Yep.
Yeah,
What?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's wild. So my initial reaction for that was like, "Oh, that's so cool. They're gonna add a Game Boy cartridge for the Lego Game Boy that I
That's what
built."
I thought it was too.
I thought that's what it was gonna be, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool to celebrate the 30 year. Hey, guess what? You can pick up this $5 little, Lego game cartridge to add to your Lego Game Boy collection or whatever." That's what I thought it was gonna be, but then I was pleasantly surprised that it's actually a music player.
Yup.
That's wild. There was a lot of news, but I think the most important news, the one that I'm most excited about, honestly, is the announcement of Gen 10 for Pokemon. I
Yeah, we
know
were waiting for that.
I know that, I had talks with OshaGod off stream about Gen 10 and what to expect for this Pokemon Presents, and, what were your thoughts on that?
So, um, just to like just break it down. So, they so in the beginning of the trailer, like we got one more thing to show you, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, oh, it's Gen 10 or something. And as soon as like they showed the scrapbook, and I thought it was gonna be Legends Johto. That's what I thought it was initially. I'm like, oh my
Hmm.
god, generation, we're going to Gen 2. We're doing like feudal Japan, like Johto, and they showed all of them, and I'm like, okay. And then they opened the door. You got the two Pikachu's, which play into the games later, I'm sure. But you get a Pikachu for each of the games. So the girl Pikachu is for waves, and the guy one is for winds. Um, so I was like, okay, what is this? And then they started showing like the clips, and I'm like, okay, I've seen like screenshots of this, but I thought there was like fake AI or something like that. And then they showed the starters, and I'm like, the fire one's the grass is awesome. What, a gecko? What? I can be another gecko, another water starter, another water starter,
Another
man.
gecko.
Another
Another
water gecko.
gecko.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's a water one instead of grass, you know.
Oh my god, are you
Oh,
serious?
I
Yeah,
honestly thought you guys were referring to the fact that referring to Sobble. Because Sobble is a sort of water type lizard thing akin to a gecko, and now we have
Yeah,
Gecko. So this is the second water gecko variation we're getting. And with
basically, yeah,
Trico, it's the third gecko starter.
yeah. So I think Saul's more of a chameleon because it disappears, but
That
yeah, still a
tracks.
lizard. It's
That
still
tracks.
because like I mean I was on
lizard
stream
amphibian.
and on
Amphib
stream
lizard.
and uh I don't know what name to use here, but we're just gonna go with Donut here. He comes in, he's like, "This is like the 15th like gecko." I'm like, "No, it's like more like amphibians and lizards and like reptiles, yeah, but like that geckos. I don't know.
Eh,
I like it. That's my favorite. It's gonna be. I'm excited to see what it turns out to be. Hopefully, poison, water poison, or something. I don't know.
and it that not to just address the meme in the room, but probably just to address the meme in the room. It'd be nice if it stayed on all four legs.
Yeah, see that's another thing, man. Like, man, like when my friend Arcade comes in, he's like, "Which of the three would you kill out of the Oshawott line?" I'm like, "Yeah, probably Cymarot because it's like on all fours and it ruins everything." But that's the only reason because Oshawott's on all twos, Duat's on all twos, and then we have Samurai, but he can get up on all twos. But that's just the battle. He's statically on the ground. So I don't know. Hopefully it stays on the ground. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's on all twos and then it ruins itself again. I don't know.
Hey, don't put that bad energy out there. Come on.
What's
Don't put
wrong
that
Nah.
with
out
an
there.
animal being on all fours? I mean, it's a
Oh my god,
freaking
it's like the
animal,
biggest
guys.
meme in the
I know.
Pokemon community.
I like
Why
that's
though?
Like
that's why
Sprigatito. That
like it's
happened.
literally just been a meme where it's like, oh, a quadruped gets onto its two legs and has a certain aesthetic that certain fans are tired of. That's why I said when I brought it up, not to address the meme, but probably just to address the meme because it's going to be addressed everywhere, I'm sure, with either one of the water or fire starters. Let's
But
face it.
what if they all stay on all fours? Like, except for the grass type, Brout or
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Like if they all stay on all fours, it'd be like, yeah, I would imagine at least. It'd be like, oh look, the meme cycle got broken.
I mean, I can honestly see like the gecko and then the dog, the fire dog being off twos. And I hate to say that, I really do, but I really hope the dog stays on all fours. It's a Pomeranian. Like, oh my god, so many people love it now. But
You know
yeah.
what they're probably gonna do? It's probably gonna be like a Pomeranian doing the little dance or something. That's what its evolution is gonna be. Its final evolution is gonna be the Pomeranian doing a little dance with its little, front legs in the air. It's gonna be like some kind of jester or clown,
Oh, not
fire
again.
Pokemon or whatever.
Not another gesture clown Pokemon, please. No.
Or
Who
me
who had
or
a jester or clown Pokemon?
uh
Blacephalon.
yep, Blacephalon, Meowscarada kind of
Yep.
fits into the role. Mr.
Primarina.
Mime, technically.
No, 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 that are starters though.
Oh, that are starters. That are
Primarina
starters. Oh yeah, Primarina. That's a good point.
I
Uh,
don't know. I don't even know what that is.
is Gen 7 and
base
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, or Sun and
Gen
Moon.
7 Seal Pokemon that evolves into basically a opera singer that can juggle bubbles.
Okay.
Yep.
Man,
As we
what's up,
mentioned,
Goblin?
Meowscarada fits the bill too. Uh, I guess if you really want to go that way, Quaquaval or
Yeah,
Quaquaval. Um,
yeah.
You guys are speaking Chinese to me. I don't understand what you guys are saying.
So basically, Quackleval, he dances and he's got, oh man, he's got that energy, man. He's got that sassy energy, and I freaking love him, man.
you would definitely see a troop of Quaquaval as parade dancers,
Mm,
Or Carnival, or like,
carnival dancers, parade dancers. You definitely
yeah,
okay.
would.
yeah,
Um, that's why we say it's a similar vibe to Meowscarada, who's kind of like who's a magician,
Mm,
and
yeah,
Primarina, who's the juggler and opera singer. A
okay.
yeah,
whole lot of the entertainer types that are jester adjacent.
yeah.
What about you, Grant? What are your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts were that Brout for the grass bird is just a hilarious little name on a face that looks way too aggressive to justify it.
Oh
So in
yeah,
that
it's not.
sense, I'm just like Brout is adorable. Um I love the fire Pomeranian, but I mean, as I showed earlier, my predilection is toward the water starters whenever I can get it. Um Gekwa is calling very hard because it's got that right amount of derp and cute and it's the water starters. So I'm like, I would probably do that. Also, it makes sense because we're on an archipelago based on the rest of the footage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
So
knowing me, I'm
yeah,
gonna find a way to get all three starters for my off stream, for my on stream playthrough because I will be streaming that. Kind of like I did with Scarlet and Violet. Um, I'm thanks to boyfriend probably I will end up finding a way to have all three starters for that on stream playthrough. So I'll get to try them all and see what's up.
yeah,
Damn. So I I'm wondering about those mystery Pikachu in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if they're going to be like Detective Pikachu where they can actually talk.
That would be really cool, honestly. When I first saw them come up, because we also saw the slightly redesigned Pikachu model before the door opened, I'm like, wait, is this Gen 10? What are Pikachu's mom and dad doing here? Is this like a sequel to the Pokemon Resort TV show? What's going
Dude,
on?
that's exactly what I thought. I thought it was like tied into the Pokemon Resort show that they had, the claymation one that they had on Netflix a while back.
it's
Mm-hmm.
so good. It's so good. It's a good show.
It
It was a
really
really
is.
good show.
It's
Really good
cute.
show. Mhm.
But
Very cute.
But that's what I thought originally. And then I started seeing the wild map. I'm like, oh, I know what this is. After mommy and daddy Pikachu with the camera swerve, I know what this is. Um, and I don't know if y'all had kept up with the internet leaks that have surrounded this game or if
Yeah,
they've crossed your feeds at all.
Not me.
Um, well, good, because as soon as I saw the title Winds and Waves and the footage and the archipelago and then some info about the new starters, I'm just like, the leaks were correct. I cannot believe it, but the leaks were correct.
What were the leaks?
Well, the leaks were, in part, that we would be on an archipelago in the next generation, that it would
Okay.
have that it would tie back to historical Japan in some capacity, like the intro clip showed us, and that they would be called winds and waves.
Mm.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
those are the aspects of the leak that came across my timeline. I don't remember if a release year did, but 2027 just tracks, you know?
yeah.
How about you, Asha? Did you see any interesting leaks or anything before the reveal?
Yeah, so I was saying, like, when I saw like Gen 10, I was like, the leaks, like what was what Grant was saying, basically, like, the name, the themes and stuff. Now the screenshots were a little too like AI to not, like, for me not to believe it and stuff. Like there was an image of like a Luxray, and you were on top of Luxray, and you were going to ride Luxray around the
Hmm.
jungles or whatever, and then there's also photos of like the water and stuff like that. So that tracked, but like the actual images themselves were not like present. And at the starters, of course, everybody had like AI starters. Like I saw one where like the water starter was like a raccoon, and then I saw one where like it was an elephant, and then I saw like a fire bat Pokemon, like something like
Okay.
Wow.
that.
So,
Yeah,
you clearly saw more than I did, but from what
on
you
accident.
saw, aspects of it were correct, but
Yes,
aspects were typical internet leaker trying to
which
seek fame through a false leak kind of deal.
which grind my absolute gears. I don't like. I hate leakers. Centro leaks, like I block them like, personally. I can't. I don't like leaks.
Mm.
Like I just at this point I've just grown to think that the whole concept of leaks are interesting because it opens up the door to speculation if you want to have it.
Yeah,
But if you want to just keep yourself leak free, you can be like, you know what? No, I am going to like, I have to do this a lot with Sonic stuff. I'm just like, no, I am going to only let the official accounts do the talking. Or if voice actors I follow in the series make an
see,
announcement, then I'll check it out.
same.
Otherwise, forget about it because active imaginations will lead to active leaks. And with the tech on with the tech that they have access to these days, just leave it to the actual sources to get the info. But I do like I did find it a nice little coincidence that the leaks were right in those ways this time. Like the leaks I heard were accurate. That's a
Yeah,
nice change.
Did that take away from the surprise for you?
no,
For me, just a tiny bit. And just like, okay, they were right about the names. I see the archipelago. That's cool. But I like the Pokemon they're choosing for each of the areas. It makes a whole lot of sense. The whole thing we talked about with the starters, how they're all growing on me. I can't wait to see what the battle gimmick's gonna be because they didn't show that off too much.
No, they didn't.
Um, I
yeah,
saw I saw that the graphics looked a little bit better, more cleaned up.
That is what I was super excited about. The fact that it looked like it was a next gen Pokemon game,
right.
not like that garbage that we got like a couple of months ago with that Pokemon ZA. That's right, I'm throwing shade. I'm throwing shade.
Whoa, 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 whoa! What?
Uh, I
I like ZA.
there's one thing to throw shade. There's another thing to slam that game into the wrestling guardrails, then take it down with a pile driver. There's a difference, my favorite donut. There is a
Well, that's what I'm
difference.
doing. That's what I'm doing. I was upset by that Pokemon game when it came out, especially when they were popping it off as a Switch 2 game, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to see." And then it just and the other thing with me is that, like, look, I understand that there is a certain type of aesthetic for Pokemon versus a different kind of game. There is a certain type of aesthetic, but there's always room for improvement. And I just feel that the last Pokemon, Legend ZA did not deliver on that aspect of improvement for me. Of course, this is coming from someone who is not a diehard fan of Pokemon, who is, um, not as, keyed into the community, right? Because I've heard nothing but glowing and positive reviews from people in the Pokemon community about this game. Everyone loves this game, and that's great. I'm glad that y'all are enjoying this game and everything, but this new reveal has me excited again for Pokemon returning to its, uh, its form um in terms of just, innovation and, you know, changing things up.
I like I see both sides of that donut. Like
Mhm.
I'm right there with you, especially hot on the heels of Game Freak's the fact that Game Freak revealed that they're working on a game for the Xbox that looks
Huh?
photorealistic. Like I forget the name of the game, but they're confirmed to be working on a game for the Xbox, set in feudal Japan that looks dang near photorealistic. So the fact that they were able to, you know, up the ante graphically, even just from this initial trailer for Pokemon Winds and Waves, it is a nice sight to behold because they're actually it from the looks of it, we'll need to see more footage to really see how it turns out. But from the initial footage, it looks like they might be pumping a few more resources into Pokemon. And they might also be abandoning the Switch 1, Switch 2 cross development strategy that they had
Yeah,
for ZA, which is part of the
yeah,
reason why ZA couldn't be too much of a glow up
right,
on Switch 2 compared to Switch 1.
Mm.
right. Because it had to run on Switch One. I mean, now that you like, now we're like breaking it down and everything. I'm actually seeing kind of like what you're talking about with the graphics because it looked a little too like Scarlet and Violet graphics, just a little bit, just a little teensy bit of an upgrade, just a teensy, like tiny, like a pinch of salt upgrade on graphics. Now I like the way that like the Pokemon models look, like the screen, like the not the screenshots, but like the static like images of them like in the party and stuff. I like that because you could get you get the Pokemon's personality, you know, like some of them are like, you know, oh, he's just Drober's just like a happy guy, or you know, like, or you know, I like that aspect. But I mean, I can definitely see like what you're talking about with the graphics now, like, and just looking and like kind of like not looking, but like researching and looking at other people's like in the community's opinions as well. I can definitely see it. But yeah, I mean, it has to run on the Switch
Like
ones. That's why
ZA
they.
had to run on the Switch 1 and the
Yeah,
Switch 2. Who
yeah,
knows if because I don't think they even said at the end of the trailer. If they did, I just totally missed
I
it.
don't know.
But
I don't believe they
no,
I
did.
yeah, so we know it's going to be for the Switch 2 for sure, but we don't know if it's going to be Switch 1 backwards compatible. So, like, if they don't have to worry about backwards compatibility, they can actually build it to work as stable as updated Scarlet and Violet did, but native to the Switch too.
yeah,
And to me, more than graphics, to me, being able to have that 60 FPS or like even stable 30 FPS, let's be real, open world Pokemon design, like what they were trying to do in Legends Arceus and then they iterated on in Scarlet and Violet, having that come to fruition to actually feel like I could explore this world and mountains aren't just like jankily popping into my sightlines, that would be that would be the real immersion point for me. Like I would feel like I am playing in a Pokemon world. And
right.
I hope that's what they are aiming to achieve while being able to update the graphics as they can. Because it looks like they are doing incremental graphics upgrades and that is nice, but I also just hope that they work on making the gameplay even more stable.
Mm.
Because with Switch 2, Scarlet and Violet, they have a mostly stable framework.
I am I was very impressed by the look of the underwater aspect of the game. Like being able to see through the water and see like a tropical paradise, like even above the water before you even dove into the water. I'm very curious how they're going to implement this new location because you now have a, overworld, and then you have, I guess, what might be considered dungeons that you go underwater in, or maybe it's just more of the world, except you have now a top world and an underwater world. It looks really gorgeous, and that's what I'm really excited about. The starters are cool. I think a lot of people are thinking that what is it, Pombon? Is that what it's
Yep.
called?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think a
Pokemon.
Pom-Pom.
lot of people are thinking that Pombon is like the cutest like starter right now out of the 3. Just looking on a bunch of Discord message boards, all I've seen is people loving on Pombon, which makes me think that that's going to be the massive starter. Like, I really hope that they have like shared stats from players so that you could see how many people in the world have picked,
Each starter.
certain starters or whatever. I think that would be really
I
cool
wish they'd do
just to
that,
see.
honestly.
Yeah,
Just
that
to
Like
would
see.
be a
Telltale
nice that
games,
would be a nice little stat to see.
like I always like when because I love the Telltale games, like the Walking Dead series. I love when they would put
Yes.
those percentages at the end. I'm like, and then it always would be me be like the underdog vote every time. I'm like, these people really didn't pick this. What? Yeah, I see. You mentioned the underwater stuff, and like I'm surprised that they haven't implemented it in a mainline game. They've done it in like the new Snap game. You could see underwater, and I wish that they had included that more. And I thought that maybe in like Sun and Moon they would have done that because it's Hawaii,
Yeah,
Alola
they would
under
have
the
done that in
water.
that game.
You
May
know?
I hate to do this to you, gentlemen, but may I interject? Because in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega
Oh
Ruby,
yeah,
and Alpha Sapphire, they had the HM for dive, which allowed you to go underwater, dive, and swim around underwater. You could breathe underwater, apparently, or in
yeah,
Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, you got a special underwater suit around when you got dive to find wild Pokemon under the water. And in one
Oh.
instant, and in a couple of instances, you had to use dive to get into Team Aqua's base, I believe,
mhm,
and or actually not Team Aqua's base. You had to use it to get to Kyogre's cave, and you had to use it to get to the city with the final gym badge in it.
yeah.
So the
I
way
mean,
I
that's
see it,
yeah,
they probably just improved on the diving mechanics and
that
are now
yeah.
have the capability to maybe do as you said, add explorable areas like underwater caves to find certain Pokemon or rare items or
Mm.
access to mini games. Like the
I
diving
mean, yeah.
mechanic, the diving mechanic has existed, but it only appeared in the Hoenn region. You would, as you said, OshaGod, you would think they would do it in Sun and Moon, but they're just like, nah, you mantine surf between islands. You don't need to swim all those vast expanses and dive underwater just for the sake of it.
I
You
hated it.
don't
I
need to
don't
do
like
that.
Manti Surf, man. I was like, man, I did that one time, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to do it again. Just put me on the boat.
Sick tricks using a mantine like a surfboard, dude.
Hell
Sick
yeah,
tricks.
man.
Gonna hang Finn.
Oh,
Basically,
totally gonna hang Finn.
totally tubular.
Oh man. I don't know, guys. Like I I'm not a like I said, I'm not a super Pokemon fan. So I don't have a ton of opinions on everything that was announced in the Pokemon Presents, nor do I have tons of excitement for everything that was announced. But one thing that I am super pissed off about in this whole presentation, the
Oh boy.
one thing that I
Oh
am
boy.
super pissed off about is the fact that they had my boy, my baby boy, Halucha, lose to a Pikachu in the Pokemon Champions trailer.
I
I
mean,
was
sweet to
upset.
Pikachu though. I mean, but still, yeah.
Doesn't
As
matter.
as a Pikachu stan in this room, super effective attacks, Pokemon mascot, you know it's inevitable. I'm sorry they did Halucha dirty, and this might make it worse because I think they did Halucha dirty twice in that direct because they also revealed a mystery gift side quest for Mega Garchomp Z, which
Mhm.
is which you can actually download since the presentation's finished. And one of the megas they used in the four-way mega battle before Garchomp Z came out was Halucha.
Yep.
Yep.
And it was against two flying types, which the fighting type of Halucha does not like.
Yep.
I am sorry. I don't know what their problem is, but
They're hating on Halucha, my boy. My
I
boy
gotta
is just
buff
being
him.
hated
Watch.
on.
Give him huge power. Oh, give him huge power, please.
oh god, Mega Halucha with huge power in champions, that would be the perfect justice for your boy.
Oh.
The
It would.
perfect
It
justice
would.
for your boy.
Um, I I'm excited. I'm excited for the new Winds and Waves release. I really hope is my biggest hope and dream for that game is that they have if they do have, like, "Hey, we're gonna do a Switch 1 and a Switch 2 version." I really hope that the Switch 2 version is really living up to what the Switch 2 can do, and it's not just like, "We're gonna add some shiny new colors to it," or whatever. "We're gonna put a fresh coat of paint, and it's gonna look amazing." I want more, and I hope that you guys as Pokemon fans also would like to see that.
Of course. Like, as I said earlier, I guess I jumped ahead a little bit. I would love to see the graphical fidelity improve, but if I had to pick between a minor graphical update and a perfectly stable world for this game versus huge graphical fidelity at the cost of world stability, I'd pick the minor graphical uptick with the stable world. Because if you're
Yeah.
expected to traverse through this giant archipelago, diving underwater, going into these caves, and not have it feel like it's riddled with loading screens all the time, then you would need to devote a lot of the Switch 2's power to rendering all that stuff with reasonable distances.
Mhm.
So, just depending on the size of the Switch 2 cart, I mean, unless they make it a game key card, which do we
They
want a game
probably
key?
would.
Do we want
You
a game key card for a Pokemon game?
no.
Something tells me no. Um, so unless they make it a game key card, they'd have to factor in how much space a Switch 2 card has and develop accordingly. So
Mm,
if I had to pick, I'd focus on the stability of the world and giving us that experience while maybe upping the graphics in stability patches down the line to eventually get there if they
mhm.
had to do it that way at all. Um, but ultimately, I hope that I still convey that I do want to see more with it. But it just
Yeah.
depends on where they choose to focus their resources.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, OshaGod. Did I just like step on everything you were gonna say for the question? I didn't mean to do that.
No, no. Because like I agree with you. I mean, you're saying everything that I would say anyways. I mean, that was the whole issue with Scarlet and Violet. Is like I wish that the world was stable and we had more to do than focus on like I felt like they focused more on graphics maybe than the world. I don't. It was really glitchy, but the thing that it is that I enjoyed the kind of scuffiness a little bit because it created a lot of memes and a lot of like funny moments and clips and stuff like
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah, it
people get
did.
stuck and then you just meme on them taking photos like posing on people, getting all stuck in the I have photos of that like on my Switch of like friends getting stuck and just me posing on them. It's funny.
I saw the viral clip online where someone was playing online and having an NPC trainer battle against a trainer with a wiglet, and then an online trainer stood in front of the wiglet and certain parts of the wiglet lined up with the character model.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, you could use your imagination to figure out what I meant.
I don't want
Um
to. Can you find this and send it to me, please?
Sure, I'll contaminate my search history with it. Anyway, but yeah, there were tons of visual bugs and glitches, and just I think there was a high jump glitch. I think you could glide into a wall and then just ride up the wall before
Yep.
you had the climbing ability. Just things were crazy in OG Scarlet and Violet before it got optimized and updated for Switch 2 compatibility.
Hmm.
Just it really was the Wild West of open world Pokemon.
What do you think? Because they didn't the only thing that they kind of teased in terms of legendary Pokemon for games is a couple of sound things during the black, credits, at the end of the trailer. What do you think the legendaries for, both winds and waves will be?
No idea.
No
I've
idea?
and maybe, look.
As you very well remember, Donut, in a recent episode recording of ours, I may be a sentient walking talking Pokedex, but I fail at sounds. So I have no idea what those sounds could represent. Absolutely none.
How about you, Asha?
I'm hoping for maybe a narwhal. Like we need a narwhal Pokemon so bad, and I would love a legendary narwhal Pokemon.
Mm,
That would be
okay.
cool.
And then like I don't know. And then like for the flying, dragons are overdone. I'm thinking maybe like an angel type thing, or like I don't know, like a I don't know, like a
So do you
I
mean
don't
like a
know.
humanoid angel thing, a biblically accurate angel thing? Do you mean something more like a togetic with larger
Yeah,
wings?
yeah.
What sort of angel thing are you trying to describe?
Like I almost want to say like from Yu-Gi-Oh GX Elemental Hero Avian, and like maybe like something between that and like Angemon, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So
Something
erring
like
on the
that.
side of more like humanoid for sure.
Humanoid and like feather, like a lot of feathers. Like a lot, like you can tell, like you can see the feathers in it.
Do
I
you
don't
know
know.
the
It's
monster
wind.
from Yu-Gi-Oh, the Wing Weaver?
I think so.
That's what I was thinking of when you
Let
said
me see.
angel thing. Let me
God
Weaver.
damn it! I'm gonna have to look up all these things right meow.
I'm pulling up a article about the Wing Weaver.
Yes,
I can.
yes, kind of. But with like with like the wings, but not like so humanoid. You know,
Okay, so a little less humanoid, but
Okay,
similar
okay,
wings.
I see.
more bird than
Okay,
like I don't know, bird or maybe like mythical, like a chimera or like I don't know,
Ooh,
like
that
a
would be
I
hippogriff
cool.
or something like
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah, 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 yeah. That would be pretty cool.
Or
mm-hmm.
something like in Asian mythology, like oh, I love it if it's something like an Asian mythology, you know.
Oh, like a winged serpent or something.
Yeah,
Ooh,
like a
that
winged
would be
serpent or
cool.
something.
That would be
Yeah.
cool. Like for the winds, I would love to see like a winged serpent of some kind. And then like for the water, um maybe like a kraken or something. That would be sick.
Oh yeah, a
Ooh.
kraken. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you think they would have like we would have to they would have to be tied into each other lore wise too, and I that it would be interesting to see how those two concepts tie together lore wise.
Dude, I could definitely see like art with a kraken and a winged serpent like fighting each other. I could totally see
Yeah,
it, like, massive thunder waves and, like, dark clouds and splashing water everywhere. That would be fucking it. That would be lit. I would be an
and
instant buy from me. I might even buy both of them. Go
oh
I'm
into
man.
getting
even
both
more
either way.
crippling American debt.
Let's buy one for now. Yeah, nah, I don't know. And the thing is, now I'm thinking about it, like how the lore is gonna play out, because you have obviously Kyogre is like the big C, like the big
Yep.
C god. That's like the main one. Like that's the guy. And then you have Lugia, who's like I don't know, like a lieutenant or something. I I, I don't know how what they would do with him. Like with
Kyogre made the sea, and
yeah,
Lugia like manages storms and kind of like
yeah,
my guess is kind of like the tide flow in a way.
yes. But
Hold
then
up,
this,
hold up, hold
but
up.
then waves. You know, I'm saying,
Yeah.
I
You're
don't understand.
telling me that Pokemon, right? The things that you capture and
Yep.
train as a
Yep.
weak human
Yep.
created the fucking ocean
Oh,
in the lore?
it gets even
Oh,
deeper than
Arceus
that.
is the
In
god, bro.
Arceus is a god. Mew is the progenitive DNA for every single Pokemon that's existed when we learned about it and to ever exist. And three Pokemon in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum created time, space, and antimatter.
Why the fuck are
Antimatter.
humans at the top of the food chain here in this universe? Humans should be the ones that are captured in the Pokeballs, and the Pokemon should be throwing out humans to fight against each other.
To stop
Jesus.
them from like doing more harm to the environment, so they created the Pokeballs to catch them.
Seriously.
It's like Koopa, you
but it's
know. It's like the portals. You know, you just summon anything you want through the portals. have them fight
Even
each other.
you can even find a thing through a portal that leads you to another portal generator thing, so you can have two portal generator things in the same pocket of the multiverse, or different
Yeah,
ones if you're feeling fancy. Just that's how it goes.
I
Are we
That
love the
that
still
lore.
talking about Pokemon right now?
Yes.
yes.
What the fuck is what is going on? Have I missed so much in Pokemon that I don't know any of this?
I
Yeah,
mean,
Gen
you
4
were
really.
slamming ZA a little bit, but that whole portal thing with the two portal entities, that was part of the ZA DLC. It was
Oh
a
my
side quest
god.
you took on.
Jesus Christ.
Yup. And in Ultra Sun and Moon, you go through other portals to get other instances of legendaries that you've captured in previous games. Like, because if you really factor it in from a lore standpoint, outside of portals to other universes where these Pokemon conveniently happen to live, why would there be more than one Mewtwo to ever exist? Because it's man made by Team Rocket and Giovanni. How are you finding them in all of these abandoned caves across the world if they're captured in previous games?
Even shows in the anime, like the Genesect movie. There's so many Genesect, and there's a shiny one, just part of it, and it's just
With
like
another Mewtwo, by the way.
that has a different voice. I think, right? Like it's like a
Yeah,
whole
that
different
ain't Dan
voice.
Green's Mewtwo in the Genesect movie,
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
no, it's not.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have learned so much in just the past 15 minutes of this podcast. I don't
uh,
I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, one of my goals this year as a streamer, as a variety streamer, was to play through all of the Pokemon games that I've never played. I think I might have to just actually play every single Pokemon game if I
at least
want to learn the lore.
at least one from every generation, and depending on which games you ask about, some games may be considered more canon than others in terms of canon. So you would need to play through the Legends games, for example, because in the distant past in Legends Arceus, you see descendants of characters you play as in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, and
Yep.
other regions, but mainly those three. And in Legends ZA, you get reference to past events and the story mode playthrough of Sword and Shield. Um, and I think also Scarlet and Violet, but I know for sure they continue on the stories of X, Y, and Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Pokemon has basically turned into your Kingdom Hearts, my dude. And
yeah,
while
right?
I love
I'm
that for
loving it.
you, and I'm also sorry for you.
That's why I love Kingdom Hearts so much. Oh my god, it's all come together.
It's
Well,
like
It's just
this has been a ball.
a
I
Pokeball, you might
appreciate
even
yes,
say.
a god damn it. I knew you were gonna fucking say that.
I'm just so glad we can dive ball in this. You know.
Oh, get out of here. Look, we hope that you enjoyed
Goes
this,
balls deep in the lap of luxury.
we hope that you enjoyed your foray into this, closer look at the Pokemon Presents. Again, I am your Super Banter brother, Senor Donut, and with me, as always, is
Super Banter Bro, Grant Patrizio, thank you for enjoying this quick ball look at the franchise with us.
oh, stop it. God damn. And with us as our special guest this session was Mr. OshaGod himself. Can you please let us know where people can find you on the socials and online?
Well, it was a luxury ball of a good time, but uh, so you find me on Twitch at OshaGod, on YouTube sometimes, but mostly Twitch. You know, OshaGod.
Cool. We hope, we sincerely hope that you have enjoyed your time with us today. And we will catch you on our regularly scheduled podcast release dates, which are Mondays. So we'll see you then.
Good night, everybody.
Night night.